Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a while. I would think about 6 or 8 weeks. It's kind of flown by. I know I left you on the week before our fair kicked off, and life has just been really, really busy and challenging since then. So I something had to go because I was juggling a lot. So I am going to bring you somewhat up to date and set up my September calendar. I have my iced coffee here because, well, I need it. Um, don't always need it, but I need it today for some reason. So this is my September calendar, and it's not as busy as it once was, which yay me, because I don't have everybody's, like, I don't have to manage everybody anymore. I'm at a stage of life where I have one left in high school, and this is her senior year. In fact, she's currently working on economics right now, so that's great. Um, I'm going to use the Recollections Floral book. This is an old book. I don't even know. It's at least 2, 3, 4 years old. But I just kind of wanted, I like the stickers in here for it, for the monthly. And that, so let's get to it. Let me move that one over. It might be a little bit of a scrambled hot mess here today, but we're going to get it. So I will tell you, we had our 4-H fair, and it was great. It was I want to say, the hottest that we've had since I can remember, for like at least the last 10, 15 years. So we have basically fair week, and then we have the week before fair week as 4-Hers, because we have what is called pre-fair week, which has some of the judging for the projects, the turn-ins, and everything like that. So that was just insane. So I'm gonna, for some reason, my brain wants this one to put the days on here. So it was just 11 days. We were at the fair for 11 out of 14 days. And it was just insane. Like, the heat index with the humidity over 100 for 11 straight days that we were there. Now, I can tell you, we had some health problems because neither my daughter nor I do well with the heat. So we tried to stay as hydrated as possible, and tried to stay as cool as possible, but that doesn't always work out when you are outside and you don't have the capability of going into air conditioning. So that was it was a challenge. It was very challenging. So there was that. So we made it through fair. It was great. She had a really good year. I think this year she did, she got 11 of her projects to go to state. So that was fantastic. She came back with a mixed bag. She got some, what do you call it? Some that got orange, some that she got some blues, some reds, and a couple of whites. Now, if you are a 4-H'er and you know, a white just means pretty much that you didn't follow the directions, which I know she did. I think the judges were harsher on some things this year, and but she got, I think, 2 oranges, which is merit, and that is phenomenal. Couldn't have been happier. It's one of those things that you, as my husband always says, don't do 4-H projects because you want the accolades or the ribbons and awards. Do it because you really like the project. my child is the only one that I know of that thrives on posters and notebooks. Maybe it's her homeschooling. I'm gonna put this down here for now because it's not staying. But she does phenomenal. I gotta figure out what colors I want to do. I think I'm gonna do a mixed of whatever color I can find for the box that I need. So she did really, really well, and even surprised herself. So that was really fun. And right after fair, I thought we were in the home stretch, and we weren't. Because not only did my car decide to start breaking down rapidly, I thought I had like another year or two on it, and it said, no, I'm retiring. So I had to go get a new car. So that took a while, and it was an unplanned expense, so more stress. We filled our propane because our heat and cooking run off of propane, so that was another large bill and we pushed it at that point because the deal, the rates were super low. So wanted to make sure that we got in on that deal because we didn't want to lose it, because it is that's the lowest I've seen it in 4 years. So we just went with it. And then if you own a house, you know how stressful this time of year can be. Our escrow reevaluation, whatever thing was due, and they ran it, and they pretty much said, oh, hey, so if you want to keep your current house payment, you're going to need to give us like $1,000 more. So at the beginning, the first week of July, we were bleeding money. It was just going out faster than we could get it in. And it was a little stressful. And between my daughter's health and my health, the heat, and then we started having, of course, all of the harvest of everything coming in, which has slowed down a little bit. It started to get really overwhelming. And that was, I'm trying to make sure I've got all my things. So it's been an overwhelming July and August. I am ready for a little bit of a slowdown, hopefully. Hopefully. So sticker books come apart. You'll forgive me. This is a desk that I've set up, but I haven't completely set up, so it's a little wonky at times. But yeah, so it's been nonstop. And then, so I had problems with the dealership with the car that I bought. So that was a whole thing, and that took like 3 weeks of fighting for it. So I have parts for my new to me car that need to go into the shop to get put on. And then, of course, now I'm got to find money for my husband's tires, because lo and behold, of course, now those are apparently threadbare. We can't just get it. It can't just be like, oh, hey, by the way, when we have time, because that's what he said in the first place. But I guess they got worse faster than he anticipated, and he looked again, and they are getting threadbare. So to say that things have been a little stressful. I did start my classes again. So if you've been here, I went back a year ago. I went back to school per se, and it's classes that are, what do you want to call it? They're Bible classes, and it's through a Bible college, and I'm just getting a diploma at the end of it. It's 3 years, 6 semesters. I can take other classes, but right now I'm taking it virtually because the church that is sponsoring is about 45 minutes north of us. And in the summer, with my daughter's schedule and stuff, I don't have the availability to just go and drive, 45 minutes to go take a class, in the middle of the week. So it's just 4-H is insanely busy at times. And so we also need to work on getting my daughter her driver's license, which is in the work. She's got to get the time in, clocked in. So that's the gist of it. Readjusting to a lot of stuff has been interesting. Oh, that was another big stressor. We had coons get into our chicken coop, and they, at one point this summer, took out all of our meat birds. So I don't know if y'all know, meat birds are different than your laying hens. So they were within like a week of being harvested, and our meat chickens got taken out in 3 instances. So if you are a homesteader, you can feel my pain. I'm just looking for stickers that I want to decorate with. So if you feel my pain, you can understand how stressful that is. They also took out a couple of our laying hens on top of stressing the others. So our egg count has gone down. So there's that. That they're stressed. We do have some that are coming up that should be of laying age very soon. But we're just waiting for those. I thought this had flowers. Oh, it does have flowers in it. So we're just waiting on those to start laying, because we went from getting like 15 eggs a day. We're down to like between 3 and 5. So it's definitely something that has taken a toll. I'm having the hardest time with these. I don't know why. So one of my saving graces has been I've gone back to sewing, which my daughter, I thought she was going to kill me this summer. So in the middle of her finishing up her 4-H projects, I decided to change up my office in the middle of her doing her projects, and I thought she was going to lose it because I tore apart my office, which is where she works on her projects a lot. I know what I'm doing with those. So she had to wait I got it done, the most part. I got it done in just a couple of days. I got a new desk. We took one of my long desks, the one that you guys have always seen me on. We took and made that one more of a cutting table, so that I can have a sewing cutting table. And then I made an ironing board to go on top. Excuse me. And so it's definitely been a busy summer. It's been unreal, just unreal on getting things together. But I have been sewing again, quilting, and that, which has been fantastic. I have been thriving in that. Excuse me, I'm just kind of cleaning up the side here and double checking my days. But yeah, I have had a blast. I am working on some Christmas projects, so don't tell the kids. Um, so that's I even have another set of things coming, or fabric coming, so that I can get stuff sewn. Um, so it's just been busy. It's been challenging, and it's been what do you want to call it? Eye-opening. And we are just trying to roll with the punches. I did get quite a bit of canning done. I was able to, haha, yay! I think I finally mastered pickles, because for some reason when I've done pickles in the past 20 years, y'all, finally mastered canning pickles. When I would can pickles, they would turn out mushy. So I finally think I figured out what to do and how to do things so that they didn't turn out mushy. So it's been a ride. But as I said, with everything going on and all where my energies need to be focused, something had to give, and so that was my videos. Hopefully I won't have to do that for a while again. Maybe, when I need a break. But I will be, I'm still continuing to can, because the cucumbers may be done, and we're pulling in the dry beans, and then we got to pull in the tomatoes, because this year I am focusing on my chili beans, canning chili beans, and then doing salsa. So anything outside of that, this year I just don't need it. So it's going to be great, because we have a good stock on tomato products. Worked really hard last year to get some of that done and through the winter. So this is my calendar for September. It looks really light. I really like that, because there's a lot of flexibility with this. So I'm not sure where I'm going at this moment with some of these videos. I think this is the first planning video that I've done in like 4 months. I don't know. It's been a while. I do want to share some of my Bible tidbits with you. If that interests you, let me know. If the planning interests you, let me know. Hey, heck, if quilting or sewing interests you, let me know, because these are all things I do, and I don't mind. I'm thriving with sewing right now. So, if I don't mind sharing it at all, if that is something that, y'all are interested in. Let's see. For the last 20 years, I have homeschooled, and I'm on my last year. For the last 20 years, I have canned, so homesteading and canning and preserving and things, and I've learned a lot. And then I've been sewing for almost 30 years. So now I finally have a room and things set up. Now, of course, it's not perfect, but it is way better than where I went from having an office and a sewing room to having to do it on the kitchen table. And now I'm back to having a sewing room / office, circle of life. So I have been in the small space and the dedicated space sewing. So I have a wide variety of experience. So let me know what y'all are interested in most, and maybe I'll just mix it up. Sometimes maybe once a month I'll show you what I'm working on sewing wise, or if I feel led, I will definitely be sharing. I'm going to call them Bible tidbits with you. I know I started a series, and I do plan on continuing it. I just have to get things balanced. So if you've stayed this long, thank you for sticking it out with me and bearing with me while I have this chatty, long explanation of where I've been, where things are going, and that. So give it a thumbs up, comment down below some of your thoughts and what you'd like to see. and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.